We're hanging out with DJ Bobby and we have a guest with us. She's so beautiful. You should see her. She's so beautiful and she is a woman. You remember Bobby was saying about girl power?
Yeah.
Now she's the girl of power and we'll be talking to her quite in a minute. Hi. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Oh my God, you're so beautiful.
Oh, you both are too.
Oh my goodness. Oh, we're going to cry. Give us tissues. How are you? How have you been?
I've been well.
Uh-huh.
I'm thankful to be alive and here with you guys today.
We're also grateful that you came. So we are hanging out with the one and only Nekesa Masibo. Let me tell you, there are women and then there are women of power. And I'm not exaggerating, honestly speaking. She is a woman who is really into the tech world. And when you hear women in tech, don't think it's a joke. These women are actually doing great things and changing the narrative. They're actually changing the narrative, which is something that gets to me. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, go girl, go girl. I may not be in the same space, but please go.
We would love for you to be in the same space.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in a minute. But Nekesa, you are a co-founder.
I am a program manager.
Yes. You're the program manager
for Kibo School of Technology.
So, how did Kibo start?
So Kibo started with our co-founder, Ope Bukola, who grew up in Nigeria and then her family moved to the US. And while she was in the US, she had an opportunity to have really quality education, and it transformed the life of, not just herself, but her siblings and her family members. And she was thinking, how do we make this quality education available to more Africans on the continent? Because as much as, yes, they had emigrated, they still had family back on the continent. And, every time she would go home, she would see some of the people that she had left behind, just not have the opportunities that she had. And, she went on to work in tech. She went on to lead product at Google Classroom for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
And, this dream inside of her was still alive. How do we make quality education more accessible? And then that's what led her to found Kibo School of Technology. So we are a school of technology. It's in its name. We are an online university, fully accredited, global recognition, and we provide affordable STEM degrees to young Africans.
Let's talk about you a little bit. So Kibo has been founded.
Yes.
When do you come into the picture, or what? Before you even come to Kibo, what were you doing, or were you in the tech space already?
I was in the tech space, but in the healthcare industry.
Oh, wow.
So technology for me has felt like a running theme. And, before I even ended up in the role that I'm in right now, I used to think I would become a doctor.
Oh.
And I joined the healthcare company that I was in before because I thought it would be a good stepping stone into medicine. But then I got to see the doctors around me deliver consultations and medical care through technology, have consultations on Zoom. I got to see mental health practitioners practice over Zoom and just, again, make mental health available to so many people. So for me, seeing how technology could be such a powerful tool, and it wasn't just confined to, being a computer scientist. That was really revolutionary. So that led me into Kibo. And I was sharing with you before we went live how I had a meeting with two beautiful women from Mombasa who were in a class of 70 people, and there were 2 or 5 women in this class. And, for me, I was thinking, why are there so few women in this class? And, they were really frustrated with their educational system. They didn't feel like they were getting quality out of what it was they were doing. And so when I learned about Kibo and I learned about the mission, I was just like, okay, this is another way in which technology could be used to completely revolutionize the education sector in our continent. So that's my journey through tech.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So you didn't even study tech?
I did not study tech as a major. I took a few computer science classes, but a lot of my focus was completely separate. It was biology, biological sciences. But here we are. And I can definitely attest to how education can completely transform a life. Yeah. So the right kind of education will not just teach you the skills that you need to succeed in the role that you're in. I didn't just get skills to become a good biologist. I got the skills to think critically, to adapt, to join a different industry and still add value. And that's what we're trying to extend to other young Africans on the continent.
Yeah, and I think that is a narrative that should be spread through, because we get to campus thinking, okay, fine, like as for me, I did journalism, so I'll think, now that I did journalism, I'm going to focus on it. But honestly, why we get to campus, why we get to these universities is to learn and be able to adapt, right? That is why we find most of us saying there are no jobs, there's no employment. But in real sense, there are a lot of gaps that can be filled.
Definitely. There's so many gaps, and that's at the heart of Kibo's mission. Is Africa is the youngest and fastest growing place in the world right now. Sub-Saharan Africa is projected to have 60 million young people in our workforce by 2030. So, our education systems, though, are not adequately preparing our young people for the workforce of the future. I'm sitting with you here, you did journalism, but then Blue Radio is being listened to and broadcast around the world.
True.
Because of technology.
True.
Right? So it's how do we get people to think creatively about how they can bring technology into the worlds that they care about? Be it healthcare, be it journalism, be it art, be it just computer science and programming, because some people are excited about that. So yes, the job market right now is saturated. Our education systems, and particularly our higher level institutions of learning, our universities, are stretched for capacity. But then, we're also graduating students who feel like, I went to school and I didn't study what I wanted to study. I'm not motivated.
Yeah.
But what we're doing with technologies, it's not the end goal. It's a tool that you can use to create. I tell people M-Pesa is of Kenyan soil.
True.
It's a beautiful platform that has been able to, make money transfer so much more accessible. It's created jobs. And I don't think it should be the last big thing that we do as Kenya, as Africa. I think that there's a lot of talent that just needs opportunity in order to thrive. And so, yes, come to Kibo and we will give you the tech tools that you need to thrive in the economy that we're in.
So how old is Kibo?
Kibo is very young. We are 2 years old now.
Wow.
Yes, but in 2 years we have achieved a lot. The first of which is we have trained over 500 students through the Try Kibo program, which is a free 5-week program for anybody who's listening and wants to get their feet wet in tech. We provide a free 5-week introductory course in Python programming or web foundations. So as long as you are between the ages of 16 to 24 years old, you live in Africa, you have access to a device and internet connection, we invite you to come and learn with us. And again, I feel like there's a lot of backlash and stereotypes around what online learning can be. There's a lot of content online that people can access, so why Kibo?
Exactly. That was the question I wanted to ask you. Why Kibo? There are a lot of other courses out here, and why should I join Kibo? Why shouldn't I join another university online?
Yes. So first of all, universities online exist. And there are some universities online that deliver quality education online. But again, it comes back to affordability. Can you afford an online education, an online quality education? At the moment, most of the ones that have been able to do it well are mostly UK and US based institutions. So our students, a lot of young Africans still cannot, that is a barrier to entry for them, and then we also have, programs that might be affordable. People that have digitized content, put it online on YouTube and all of these course sites. But then we've learned that you cannot take the human element out of learning just because you're doing it online. So self-paced learning has not had good results. Usually we have seen about a 5 to 15% completion rate for people who start out an online course. Very few of them end up finishing it. And so what Kibo has done is really capitalized on building community. So just because you're learning online does not mean you're learning alone. We have cohort-based learning. You join the program with a group of students across Africa. You get to collaborate on projects. You get feedback in real time. And you also get access to a really exciting group of STEM experts and mentors. And we're really focused on job readiness as well, and making sure that what it is you're learning is relevant. So Kibo is different because we still capitalize on human interaction. We still capitalize on the people. So you get to learn within a cohort, and we've seen really incredible, completion rates because of that.
Oh wow, nice. So apart from maybe are the courses beginner, right?
Yes, the courses are complete beginner. We teach you everything that you need to start your journey into programming. No coding experience is required. So that's one of the programs that we run.
So what are some of the other programs that you guys offer?
Good question. So we have two other programs that we run. One being a high school program called the Math Challenge.
Oh, nice.
And this is another way in which we just get young people, students in schools excited about STEM, about math. Math is, it's always been seen as this hard thing that people don't like to do, or it's boring, or it's not something that people want to pursue afterwards, after high school. But then we provide a space where students get to compete in teams. They get to solve problems that are logic-based, that are reasoning-based. So again, we really don't like it when people are just cramming. So how do we get you to work collaboratively on interesting problems? And to incentivize the process, we also provide scholarships for winning students and cash prizes for schools that win, so that you can reinvest back into your STEM institutions.
And these challenges are still online?
Challenge is completely online. So if there are any teachers, any principals, any schools that are listening, applications and registrations are ongoing for the 2023 Math Challenge. Last year we had 88 schools participating over 5 different countries. It was just really fun, to spend time with the students, to see them collaborate on interesting problems. And obviously it's great when you win. So come compete.
So I want to ask, what is the perception of people you've interacted with on online learning, right? Because I feel there's a lot of resistance.
There's still a lot of stigma. But I will say that one, it was something that was difficult for all of us, but we saw the power of online communities come into play during the pandemic. Everything shut down. Churches shut down, schools shut down, jobs shut down, restaurants shut down. And if it was not for technology, if it wasn't for the people who had spent years perfecting the tool of that would enable us to collaborate online, we would be completely lost. So for businesses, for places of worship that were not able to adapt, I feel like, it just felt like, okay, we can't just get stuck in the past, stay in the past and do things how we've always done them. And if there's anything the pandemic showed us, that it is possible to connect online. It's possible to run businesses online productively. It's possible to market online. So learning online it's not a completely foreign concept. I think what we now need to do is how do we perfect it so that people are able to get value out of whatever it is they're giving into the process.
Okay. Being an online university, there are the universities where you do a course and then you cannot go with the maybe certification to another university. It's not, they don't recognize it at all.
Yes.
So someone out there is thinking, okay, fine, I'll go to Kibo, but when I want to go to this and this university, will they accept me with the kind of certification I'll get from Kibo? Yeah.
So like I started out by saying, is we are globally recognized. So it would be the same as you going abroad, getting a degree from a US, UK, EU university. The credits you get are a European credit transfer system. So that's who we're accredited by WOLF, WOLF. It's a member college in the UK. And so it really would be the same as somebody who studied abroad, came back and says trying to transfer credits.
Yeah.
So depending on the institution that you're going to, they would review on a case-by-case basis. But as far as the world outside of Kenya is concerned, your degree would be recognized, which then also means that whatever job prospects that you're looking for are not just tied to Kenya. It opens up a whole world for you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, what if we all did tech? Would there be still opportunities? There's someone who's asking that.
That is such a good question. And I will say that everybody doing tech doesn't mean that we're all eating from the same pie. We're expanding the pie, right? So if you are in journalism and you use tech as a tool to expand the reach of your journalism, you've expanded the pie for other journalists who also have technological background, right? If you're an artist and you want to bring more artists on board, you want to teach art online, you want to use art as a way to combine different colors or build apps for artists that make their process of creating easier, you have expanded the pie. If you are a doctor, like there's so many things, and I feel like everybody doing tech is like everybody going to school to learn math. The skill and the tools that you need don't restrict people from getting jobs. If anything, they push you to create. And we need that on the continent. We really do.
So how is, we are at Close the Gap hub here.
Yes.
And it's a co-working space.
Yes.
So have you partnered with Close the Gap, and how, what would you say is a benefit of partnering with co-working spaces like Close the Gap?
Yeah, there's so many benefits, right? I will start with infrastructure for one. We are an online university, right? A lot of our content is online, our community is online, but having a physical space where people can come to, can meet people who are like-minded. They also sell refurbished devices.
Yeah.
So for people who need devices in order to access these online programs, Close the Gap would be the place to come to. And also just again, for me as a program manager, for me as someone who's building relationships on the ground and partnerships on the ground, this is a tech community. It's more than just a youth development initiative, right? There are young people who are coming, who are looking to upskill, who are looking for the next thing. There are professionals who are coming that are looking to partner with organizations that are like-minded, and this is one of the places that they come together. So if you haven't yet come to Close the Gap to check out their really incredible programs, I would highly encourage you to do that.
Oh, great. And we're going to take a very short commercial break. Then we're going to come back with more questions as we wrap up, okay? Don't go away. This is the Breakfast Vibe Show with me, Diana Wompoi. And of course, we're hanging out with a well-abled woman in tech. And you've heard her story. You've heard the story of Kibo School of Technology. And as we said, technology is here to stay. It's actually, everything is actually going to tech. So Kibo School of Technology is one place you'd rather be. And of course, you can look for them online. Just search Kibo School of Technology and you'll find the website there. You can read more about them. But since we have the program manager of Kenya here, we will ask more questions. Throw in your questions and then we can ask her and know more about the programs. Don't go away. DJ Bobby is going to take you on a very short break and then we are coming back.
From Mombasa, Kenya, this is Blue Radio.
Baby, do not like a
And I believe.
And of course, you're hanging out with me here at the Breakfast Vibe Show. Of course, we're here with DJ Bobby and the lovely Nekesa. Hi, Nekesa.
Hello.
Yeah, we're live on air. Okay, so there have been a lot of activities since we went for the break. But yeah, we're back and we are with the lovely Nekesa. We were talking about Kibo School of Technology, and we've heard a lot about it. And people are asking, okay, so we want to join Kibo, but is the fee affordable?
So, given that it is a globally accredited, globally recognized degree, I would say that, and also for the quality of education, it's definitely a lot more affordable than the alternatives. So per term, it's about 500 USD. And for the cost of your degree, for the whole degree, you will spend 6,000 USD.
Times 100?
Times 100 or 125. I don't even know what the exchange
the thing
rate
with
is right now.
Kenyans. No, the thing with Kenyans, even if the rate is at 150, we will still do times 100.
Yes, definitely. It's easy math. For our founding class, which joined last year, though, we know that this is not particularly affordable for everybody. So we will review on a case-by-case basis, and applications are about to open in a few weeks. So I know there'll be a lot of questions about, can we get scholarships and all of that? Please visit our website, get in touch, and then we can talk to you on an individual basis and see if anything can be done to help with the cost. But at the moment, yes, your degree will cost you 6,000 USD, and it will be about 2,000 USD per year.
Per year. Okay, so you talked about beginner courses.
Yes.
So could you tell us about when do we apply?
Yes.
And for how long is the application period?
So we have been running the application period for a few weeks now. The deadline is coming up next Wednesday, February 1st. So if you're interested in the free 5-week program in Python programming or web foundations, please visit our website, kibo.school/try Kibo. Or you can just Google Try Kibo, Kibo School of Technology. It will come up, and then register before next Wednesday for our 8th cohort. It will be 5 weeks long. The time that we estimate that you will spend on the course is about 15 to 20 hours per week. And again, everything is fully online, fully free. If you are 16 to 24 years old, have access to internet,
You live in Africa.
you live in Africa, this program is for you.
Oh, so how often do you conduct your cohorts?
Yes, so the cohorts we run multiple cohorts in a year. So Try Kibo 8 will run until March, and then the next cohort will open in May. Yes, so applications will open in April for cohort 9 and run through May. So we'll have maybe 3 or 4 cohorts this year. Yes.
Someone is saying, please repeat the beginner sessions, the beginner courses. You're offering a beginner course in
Python programming, introduction to Python programming, and introduction to web foundations.
Okay.
And no prior experience in coding is required. So it's complete beginners. We will give you the tools that you need to succeed in the course. And if you finish successfully, you get a certificate.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
And then, so when I take a course with Kibo, well, where am I going to look for a job?
Yes, the Try Kibo courses are not intended to make you job ready. They're intended to whet your appetite for technology and also to build your network. So because you're not learning alone, it's not a self-paced program. You get to learn with other young people across Africa. And we also connect you with industry mentors and STEM experts who will come and talk to you during the program about what opportunities might be available. So when you come in and leave, you should leave not just with a knowledge of, basic programming and Python and web foundations, but also a much larger network than you came in with. Now, what you do with that network, how you leverage that network, that's up to you.
That's up to you.
But also as a next step, if you, come out of the program and feel like, yes, I am interested in taking the full deep dive in applying for the degree program in computer science with Kibo, we would highly encourage you to do that. We really capitalize on job readiness, and every student that we have, by the time they graduate, will need to have completed an internship or some kind of industry placement, so that what you're learning in class is able to actually be seen in the real world, so that again, you're not just memorizing, it's not just content, but it's real world application.
So do you guys attach them, or do they look for their own places of attachment?
So we have a very wide network of partners that we work with in the tech industry. And one of the ways in which basically a lot of the team at Kibo is about building relationships with stakeholders and partners who can then take in our students for internships and placements, that they can then practice what they're learning in class. Yeah.
All right. Someone is asking also if the beginner courses, the free beginner courses, do you even look for attachment for guys who are doing beginner courses?
Do we look for attachment for them? No, we do not. We are primarily a school. So we will give you the tools that you need.
And then
leverage
again,
on them.
like
I said, we expose you to a network of STEM experts. We can have a conversation about what you can do with the skills that you're gaining. But honestly, outside of that, it's how you leverage those networks.
Yeah, true. So as we wrap up, what are some of the hubs in Kenya?
Okay, so some of the hubs in Kenya, and just to give you a bit of background about what a hub is, like I mentioned earlier, learning online doesn't mean you take the community aspect out of learning. So we have physical hubs where our students can meet for community events. Mombasa is a hub. Nairobi is a hub. We also have other hubs in Africa, including Lagos. Accra is another hub. And we ask that students who are applying to the degree program are able to be within 100 kilometers of the hubs, so that if there's a community event, you can easily travel and meet the other peers, meet some of the Kibo team. So if you are within 100 kilometers of Mombasa or within 100 kilometers of Nairobi, highly encourage you to check out the degree program. Applications will be opening in a few weeks, and I will be happy to answer any questions that may come up during that time.
Okay, where can we find Kibo or you on your social media handles?
Kibo, if you Google first of all, will come up. We are on LinkedIn under kibo.school. You can find us also on our website, www.kibo.school. All of our programs will be there as well. Kibo School of Technology on Instagram. We're also on Twitter. So that's, again, Google Kibo School of Technology and all of our information will come up.
Okay, one word for anyone out there who's listening to you and is thinking, okay, how do I get into tech?
Yes.
Do I really have what it takes to be in tech? Talk to them.
I can't tell you the number of times I've had that from so many people. Everyone thinking, is tech for me? Yes, tech is for you. Is it a difficult journey? And I'll give a bit of background about our name, Kibo. Kibo is the highest peak of Mount Kilimanjaro. It is a summit peak. And the journey of getting to the peak of anything is often difficult. But we give you the tools that you need to succeed. We'll give you the community to hold you up as you are climbing this peak. And once you get to the top, I promise you it will be worth it.
Oh, nice.
So if you are a young person or an old person looking to get into tech, try Kibo is an awesome way for you to get your feet wet without paying anything. Come check it out, see if online learning and if tech is for you. Come come to close the gap and hang out with people who are in the tech communities, ask them what that experience has been like, and then come apply for a degree program. We will make your journey worth it.
Awesome. And of
Yes.
course, we can't let you go without this question. Are you taken? Can people take you?
I am open to having coffee if people are paying. But yes, I am so taken.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Are you taken by tech or by an actual person out there?
I am taken by both.
So there's really no space.
There's a lot of space for you to come have coffee with me and talk about tech and opportunities. in tech.
And of course, we've been hanging out with the lovely Nekesa. You've heard all about Kibo School of Technology. Make sure you follow them on their social media handles, and also make sure you visit their website and see what else they have in store for you. If we haven't been able to answer any question, go to their website and ask the question. They're going to reply them to you. And it has been lovely. Thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate your love and commitment.